Okay, welcome guys back to the stream. I'm here with SOTHIS, and this is the first of many interviews you can expect today. We're going to have loads just filling the breaks and stuff like that, so stay tuned, keep your eye on what's happening. And today, I'm going to bring you SOTHIS. Of course, he just lost to dem0n in his first match of Group A, so I guess I'm supposed to ask you, how are you feeling? You're probably feeling pretty bad, but you want to give us your thoughts?
Actually, pretty much, I'm feeling good. I mean, obviously, losing is not as fun as it would be to win, but, you know, it's first thing I do when I come here, I have to get up on stage and get ready to play. My first event ever. I think I did pretty well, all things considered. So I feel good.
So what do you think of the entire setup? I mean, as you said, it's your first event ever, and are you going to be planning to like come back to more? Like, you know, what are you feeling like? Are you feeling really motivated to like play more and compete more?
Definitely, definitely. There's not a single doubt in my mind that I'll be back here. I mean, provided obviously that I got the funding for it, but also for the, you know, the invites and stuff. I mean, I'm going to be here. It's a very nice atmosphere here, and all the other players and stuff, but also the professionalism involved. It's very, very cool.
Awesome. So tell us more about SOTHIS. So how long have you been playing Quake? Like, what are you doing in real life? Like, just give us a bit of a rundown about yourself.
Right. Well, last thing, let's do it like this. I work in my spare time. I work as a call center supporter for an ISP in Denmark, and that's how I earn my living. But back home, it's Quake. It's basically nerdy computer stuff, all that sort of shit. So that's what I use my time with, but together with my girlfriend. And we're getting all things going right now. New apartment and stuff. It's really good.
So I've got to ask you, I saw you walking in with Lance Brescia earlier. Of course, you're both Danes, and I know that Faz has been practicing a lot with Brescia recently. So do you have any insight into his shape? Because Faz was telling me that he's could be quite an underdog here, and a lot of people may be surprised to hear that.
Well, an underdog, perhaps. I mean, it's not a name, Brescia. It's not a name that you've seen all that much, in particular with dual competitions. But he's a good player, by all means. But an underdog, just like myself, in the grand hole. But he's going to do very well. I mean, his shape is very, shape is sharp. To put it like that. It's very.
All right. So I have one interesting question for you. So, when you're playing duel, actually, firstly, tell me how long you've been playing, because I haven't seen your name around a huge amount of time, unless you've been changing your nick. If you're one of those people that changes your nick all the time, I don't know if you're one of those, but how long have you been around, and where did you get your start with Quake?
My start with Quake was back in 1998 with my best friend back then. He introduced me to Quake, Quake World, and came over to his place all the time and played that. Eventually, in December 1999, Quake 3 came, and this is me being like 10 years old, 11 years old, something like that. And I got myself a copy of Quake 3. Been playing Quake 3 for some years after that, and then had a break from around 2003-04 until 2008 with Quake Live being introduced. So I've been around for a while, but my nickname back then was Dark Riser.
Okay.
But I've only switched it once to SOTHIS. So basically, I've been around for a while.
And this is the first time you started to take duel to like a more serious level?
Yeah, definitely. After my my run-in with Pavel back on dem0n13 in one of those Face-It Cups, I got motivated to really start, you know, doing it even more. And eventually, I got myself up to some stronger players and kept, well, not consistently, but with a fair amount of consistency. At least I won some matches that I normally wouldn't. So.
All right, so I'm going to have to, for our last question, so we can get dem0n on, because I want to keep you forever, because I know you've got more games to play. But, all right, so we talked about you taking this more seriously. So when you're losing loads of games in Quake Live Duel and the frustration's hitting you, what is it about Quake that you like, that you love so much, you just keep like going through the hard times to improve?
That's definitely hard to explain. I mean, it's a Twitch shooter, when you put it mildly, but it's a love for the game and love for the genre in whole. But basically because it's been a part of me in my life for so long. That's basically why I keep going. Obviously, I like it as well, but the losses and, you know, win some, lose some, that's how it goes. And that's what I keep with myself all the time. All the time.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks very much, SOTHIS. Thanks very much, SOTHIS, for the interview. It's good stuff. I have to find dem0n at the moment. See, oh, there he is. He's over to my right. So grab dem0n here. So thank you very much. Right. So dem0n, you just won your first match on the stage. Just run me through your thoughts.
Well, it was really hard to get into the first map at first. I think we were both tense. Like, I think I played a very standard game, very ABC. I couldn't get into the meta game.
I'm so sorry that Quid is not here. It would be special for him to hear that.
Maybe you watched, but and he can give me some advices. But yeah, I think after winning the map, actually the first map T7, and then that plasma frag, that gave me some confidence. I think I got into the game really.
That plasma frag, explain.
I have no idea. At first it was a mistake for me to be there, to be standing at the rocket, and he was coming from shaft. I really thought he was going to come from the yellow on the plasma side. So that was pretty stupid, and it turned out really great because somehow I think out of stress he didn't hit as much as he could have with his shaft, and I had time to actually fall down, and then he followed me, and I thought this is my window of opportunity to just use the land plasma, and he died so fast that even I was surprised.
LAN plasma. So you're going to play FaZe next on the stage. And guys, of course, after this interview, we'll probably go to another break, and we'll have FaZe and dem0n as the next match. And it's going to be at 13:30, so stay tuned for that, of course. But FaZe, you know, what do you think about him? You know, you're going to go up against him. You've played him many times before, so what are you thinking about when you go into this?
I really have no idea. I'm pretty sure he played much more than when he first came to Europe. So I'm expecting him to be even better. I think it's a very important game for me. It's coming very early in the tournament for me, so this game, like, I could get my head in, so I think it's all right. But yeah, I have to give my all to win this game. I think it's very important for me to win this.
So with your shape generally, I mean, you come into LAN, you set up on stage and stuff. Do you think you're far away from your kind of shape that you're going to be able to reach, or are we going to see a dem0n that's progressively getting better and better? Are you 50%? You know, where are you right now?
I think when I started, I was like 50%, 60%. And going into the game, I think I reached much higher grounds, like I'd say 70, 80, but I still have some room to get in shape in this tournament. Yeah, I think I'm still not at my best. I still have to get adjusted to the feeling of LAN and everything. But yeah, I think I can still improve.
Where are you going to place in your group?
First.
Okay.
Right now I'm first. Yeah, so I'll try to stay first.
Good stuff. That's what I like to hear. It's a good confidence. All right, so who are you most kind of wary of in your group? Who's going to give you the most problems? Is it FaZe?
Right off the bat, I would say Toxic, though, because of his aim and his LAN experience. And I think Faz is probably the best player in the group. That's what I would think. But personally, I would have more problems against Toxic than against Faz. I have no idea about FaZe. I think it would be not a shame, but I have to win this game. He has to win this game. It's very important for both of us. So it's probably going to be, in those terms, the most important game, so the hardest one, because of all the mental aspect, you know, psychological. And but I think Toxic would be the hardest for me.
Definitely. So I think we'll wrap it up there because I think we're getting quite close to game time, and I don't want to keep you here all the time, so you can prepare a little bit. So that's been dem0n, guys. We'll probably see him in the future for some more interviews. And you have dem0n and FaZe to look forward to coming up here live. This is DreamHack Winter 2013. It's going to start at 13:30, so get ready. And I think I'll throw it over for another break, and we'll see you.